Welcome back and welcome to the new subscribers. So I know that today a vlog was supposed to be coming up. It's a Monday, so my weekly vlogs come up on a Monday, but I felt so much conviction in my spirit to release this video. Filming this Sunday morning, I couldn't get this video out of my head. I couldn't. Everything in me was busy speaking and talking about this video, and I actually even prepared, like I wrote down every thought that came into my mind based on this video, and yeah, I just had to film it. I had to prepare it for you guys. So I hope this video will be helpful. I hope this video will help someone who actually needs the help, and yeah, I hope it will do what God intends for it to do. And this video is honestly unsolicited advice. It is based on my own personal experience, and I felt the need, because going back to my story, in 2009 I matriculated in 2009. So I wished I had this information. I wish someone could have shared such information with me, and maybe I wouldn't have taken the decisions that I've taken. And I'm not saying that I regret everything that happened in my life. No, everything happened because God intended for this day today to be here. Everything happened because God intended for me to be the one to share this information with you guys. So if I had not taken the decisions that I took back in 2009, 2010, I would not be here. Probably I wouldn't be here to share this information. So don't think that I regret. I do not. There's nothing in my life that I regret. There's nothing, because everything happened because that's what was meant to happen in my life, and everything happened so that I can be the person that I am today. Everything happened so that I can be the one to share this with you guys. Everything happened, and everything I have or been through is lessons. Every failure that you consider failures, I actually consider as milestones. I consider them as lessons, because they have transformed me into the young lady that I am today. So yeah, don't ever think that. But before we get too much into this video, I just want to say congratulations to the class of 2020. A big congratulations. And this is for all of you, whether you didn't pass, whether you passed with higher certificate, whether you passed with diploma, whether you passed with bachelor's, in whatever way, shape or form, congratulations. You fought the good fight. Honestly, like, bravo to you guys. You did your best, and your best in this current season or in that current season was what you could give, based on the circumstances, based on the situation that we were facing. Why am I creating this video? Well, this video is intended for the students that say, or from the learners that say, I failed. I completely failed, and now I don't know what to do. The students that say, I passed, but no university wants to take me based on my marks. For the qualification that I want to do. The students that say, I passed, yes, but I'm getting offers for the qualification that I don't want. What do I do? What are my options? For also the students that say, I passed and I'm getting to do what I want to do, but I'm so overwhelmed with all this information. What do I do? This video is intended for those people. And also, if you have friends or relatives that are going through this, please share with them. Please share, because those are the people that came into my mind when I made this video. So like I said before, I matriculated in 2009, and when I received my results in 2010, I had a level 3 in maths. Mind you, I wanted to study medicine, and we all know the minimum requirements for studying medicine. Therefore, that meant I didn't get accepted for medicine, nor did I get accepted for every other qualification that I wanted to get into. That was science related or medical related, until I got to the University of Limpopo, Teflop campus. That is where I got admitted, or I got accepted for BSc extended program. Now, when I say I didn't get accepted, it wasn't just via SMS or via email or via letters during that time. I actually drove to Medunsa. During that time, it was called Medunsa. I drove there. I drove to other institutions where I had applied. I drove to those institutions, and all of them said, we can't accept you based on your maths. And that proves that every other thing, I met the requirement. Every other subject was perfect. It was good. But only my maths, that I had a level 3, where they told me, we can't accept you based on your maths results. So I'm not just saying this because now I'm in medical school and I feel like I can say it. No, I'm saying this because I've been there. I know exactly how it feels like to be rejected by every other institution that you wanted to go to. I know what it feels like to be confused and not know what you want to do. I know exactly how it feels like to be overwhelmed by the information that is right before you, and I know what it feels like to be under or uninformed. I'm not just filming this just for clout or anything like that. No, I'm filming this from personal experience. The first thing that I wish I knew back then was, I wish I actually got more advice. I got more information. I wish I was well informed before taking any other decision. Because probably if I was informed, I would have taken another route. I would have taken another decision, which is unlikely to, but it's possible because, well, yeah, the possibilities are endless. But if I had known about upgrading, if I had known about going back to grade 12, I would have probably gone back. I would have probably upgraded. Here's the thing about getting informed or getting advices. The word of God actually says in Proverbs 15 verse 22, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. Plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed. Get as much advice as possible, as much as possible. If you have to go and see your teachers, go and see your teachers. If you have to go and see someone who's in the field that you are interested in, go and see those people. If you have relatives that are educated or informed, go to them. Ask information. Ask people for help. As much as you might feel like, but this person will not help me, you are speaking from a point of view where you have not even tried. I believe in try and fail, but never fail to try, because that person that you think might not help you might actually surprise you and actually be the one to give you the information that you need. So go and ask people for help. Go and ask for advice. As many people as you can. That way you will have the information so that you can be able to take a well-informed decision and not just take it from your own perspective or what is what is in front of you. Because to be honest, what you are facing right now is overwhelming. You have so many voices speaking all at the same time. Everyone is talking to you, but you are not hearing anything of what they're saying because you are overwhelmed, because clearly you are still even confused on what to do. So take your time, breathe, clear your mind, talk to yourself, tell yourself the honest truth of how you feel, then go out there and find information. Ask people questions, Google for information, then from there onwards come back, sit with yourself again, ask yourself questions. Whatever decision that you make has to be for your own good. Yes, people might have your best interest at heart. They might be giving you information, But at the end of it all, you are the one who is supposed to live with whatever decision that you take. So if you have the conviction of going back to Matric, going back to the desk, go back. Go back to that desk. Sit and retake your grade 12 again. Because as much as people might say, oh, why did you have to go back to school? You failed, you what? Maybe you did fail. Maybe you actually passed, but didn't pass the way that you wanted to. See, failure is subjective. I may have a bachelor's, but in my mind I'm like, I failed because of this subject that I didn't get the mark that I wanted to get. So if you want to go back, silence the negativity. Follow what your heart is telling you. Pray about it. Follow what your spirit is telling you to do. Then move with that. Go back, retake your Matric, and realize that, look at it in this perspective. Look at it in this point, like this positive perspective, that you already have an upper hand. You've been there, done that. So now you have all the notes that you need. This is just revision for you. You are revising this information. So you already have an upper hand, and your chances of you excelling this time around are extremely high. So as much as they might be saying, hey, 1 year is actually not that long if you look at it in retrospect. It's not such a long time that you can't actually get to do what you want to do. So go back, retake it if you have to retake it, and be proud of yourself, because at the end of the day you will be getting the marks that you need, and I kid you not, you'll be proud of yourself for taking that decision. Other people might not understand it, and that is okay. They are not meant to understand your decision. It's you that has to take this decision. I'm not saying don't listen to what your parents have to say. I am sure your parents have your best interest at heart, but at the end of it all, you are the one that has to live with this decision. If you feel that you need to go back and upgrade, go back and upgrade. Go back and upgrade your marks. They would do you a world of good. You might be shocked that you can actually move from a higher certificate to a diploma. You might be shocked. I know of a few students who actually upgraded last year and they got their results now. They actually did very good. They passed with high certificates back then. Now they have bachelors. So as much as people might try to shame you for going back to the desk or upgrading your results, don't listen. Be selective with what you listen to. If it doesn't build you up, if it doesn't take you to the next level, silence it. If it is negative, silence those negativities and walk with the positives that are in front of you. This will save you a world of going or taking the longer route. I had to take the longer route to be here today. Maybe if I was more informed and I had actually upgraded my results, I would have just sacrificed 2010 and 2011. I would have gotten straight into medical school in South Africa. Who knows? There is that possibility. But then we will never know, because I never took that decision. Other thing you can do is take a gap year. Yeah, it's a wild one, but take a gap year. And there's so many things that you can do during a gap year. Taking a gap year is a year where you actually get to be present with yourself, because last year you were so engrossed or so focused on everything that was happening. Your studies were, grade 12 is a different ball game without the pandemic. Now imagine there's a pandemic on top of it. So confusion, stress, pressure is everything that was happening to you during that time. But if you take a gap year now, you actually get to breathe, relax, gather all your thoughts together and make an informed decision. You now have the chance to say, okay, this is what I have. These are the results that I have in front of me. What can I do with them? What can I do? Is this what I really want to do? And there's so many things that you can do during a gap year. You can actually learn a skill. You can go and learn computer skills. You can go and learn sewing. You can go and learn you can go and learn welding or any other thing that you're interested in. You can even get jobs, like go and be a cashier, go and work in a restaurant, go and be a cleaner, be a nanny, be a tutor. There's so many things that you can do during that time that will get to teach you or have that experience to know what works for you and what doesn't. If you can't stand babies, then clearly you know that being a teacher, a primary school teacher, is not really for you. So you will know that, okay, maybe education, or even if you can't stand tutoring, then you know, okay, maybe the education system is really not my forte. And then you can't be a waiter, then you know, okay, serving people is not really my thing. Let's say you thrive at being a cashier, then you know that, okay, business is my thing, interacting with people is my thing. That teaches you, you get lessons from those experiences. Other thing you can do during a gap year is join mentorship. A friend of mine called Nosipo Gumade, her and her husband, they have a program called Time Focus Obedience Program. It's a mentorship program where they have a group of qualified personnel, from your chartered accountants to psychologists to pharmacists to medical doctors to engineers. They have all these people that are willing to assist you and say, okay, this is the advice that we can give you. What are you passionate about? Those people are the people that you need to get in touch with for you to understand what works for you. What are you passionate about? If now you were to wake up with this job, what does it actually entail? Because we look at how people are living on social media, we see what they want to show us. They never show us when they wake up at 3 a.m. for work. They never show us when they put in the long hours after work. They just show us the products of what they have been going through. And when you see the glitz and the glam of it, you think it's going to be a bed of roses, but you don't understand the sacrifices that they had to put to get to the bed of roses that you see on social media. So being in contact with such people, you get to know, okay, what does it entail to be an engineer? What does it entail to be a medical doctor? What does it entail to be a pharmacist? You now have information. You have people that you can talk to and say, okay, I need this information, please help me out. You can even shadow people. You can go to the hospital and I believe they do have programs where they allow students to shadow doctors, students to shadow dietitians, students to shadow physiotherapists. That way you get to see them in action. You get to see what that work involves or what it entails. You don't just have to read it from the internet or think that is what you want to do, but then when you are actually faced with the job, you can't do it. So being involved with such things helps. You can even do your driver's license and take your time with it and gain experience as a driver. By the time you actually get to do your job, you get to work and you want to buy a car, you would have driving experience that you can even buy whatever car that you want under your affordability. You can even find other interests. You can find other interests. You can even find out that, okay, going to university is really not for you in this current moment. Then you can do what you feel you should be doing during that time. But all I'm trying to say with all of this information that I'm bringing to you is taking a gap year is not as bad as people make it sound. They might say that you have failed. Some might even say that you're afraid of the university. See, I would rather take a decision or take the time off to actually know what I want to do. And when I get the chance to do what I need to do, I do it well. I do it exceptionally well because I am informed, because I took the time to know me, to have a self-introspection, to know what works for me, rather than going with the wind or going with the hustle and bustle of everyone saying, now you've passed, university is where you have to go, now you've done this is what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to stop and breathe and say, okay, what next? What do I do? Take informed decisions. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. And now, okay, to the person who got admission to the field that they want to study, to the field or the qualification that they lack, not this is what I want. but you are overwhelmed with the fact that now you are starting a new phase in your life, and you're like, okay, what do I do? How do I even prepare for university? Let me tell you this, for free. University and high school are totally different fields. You might be happy now that you are far from your family, from your parents, but I kid you not, you will miss them. You will wish that they were there to remind you when to do your assignment. You would wish that they were there to wake you up in the morning, because in university, you are solely responsible for those things right now. In university, lectures will not hold your hand like your high school teachers did. It is on you. You are the one who has to take yourself to class. They don't care if you come or you don't. No one will look for you and say, Nomza, more present. They won't. They will just take a roll call where everyone, like each student submits their name, if that is what the institution does, and say that these are the people that attended. Sometimes they don't even do that. The lecturer comes in for 10 minutes and leaves. They don't teach you or hold your hand or even come and check if you are solving for X correctly. No, they'll tell you, study from chapter 1 to chapter 5. And that's that. You are stuck with that information all by yourself. And as overwhelming as that sounds, you can do it if you know why you are studying what you are studying, and if you know who you are as an individual first, what your priorities are, and what your boundaries you have set, like what boundaries you have set for yourself. Because when you are there, you are your own parent. You have parties here, you have nightclubs there, you have politics that side, you have friends on the other side, and you have the qualification, the reason why you came to the institution. And when you have your priorities straight, you will know that if there's a party on Saturday and you have an exam on Monday, you know that my priority is my qualification. Therefore, it makes more sense for me to go and stay in my room and study for my test or exam that I have on a Monday instead of going out to party. Because you're not missing anything from that party. You will not be missing out on anything. But if you go to that party and you are not prepared, you've not been studying previously, and then you go and write your exam and you think that you will pass it the way you want to pass it, chances are you might actually even flunk that exam and might be told that you don't qualify to write exams. Because in university, the tests add up for you to qualify at the end of the semester to write an exam. If you do not qualify, you will not write the exam, and therefore that means you have to re-carry that course into the next year. That way, it's possible that you might actually even study the degree that was meant for you to complete in record time 4 years, you might complete it in 5 years. It is possible. So when you have your priorities straight, you will know that, okay, I need to be studying. If you are given an assignment on a Monday or on a Wednesday even, and you know that on Friday or Saturday you have a girls get together, you will start your assignment on a Friday or on that Wednesday, the same day that you were given that assignment. You will start it then, do it, even complete it if you can, but so that by the time you are going out with your girls on a Saturday, you are present during that get together, because you know very well that I'm done with my assignment. I can stay until 2 a.m. if I have to, because I'm done with the work that I need to be done with. Do you understand what I mean? So that's why I say have that with you. If you have boundaries, you know that you can tell your friends that, you know what, from 6 to 8 p.m. I am studying. I don't want any disturbances. You are the one that creates or sets the tone of how your university life will go. You are the one. You are also the one that sets the tone of how well you will do in some other things. If you know and you realize that you need a tutor, go and find tutors. There are tutors in the university for sure that can help you where you feel like you are struggling. The other important thing that you need to bear in mind is your mental health. each university has counselors, so go for counseling. And you don't need to go for counseling when you've already crashed. You can just go for counseling just. That way your mental health is being taken care of. I'm saying this because I've been there. I had my first anxiety attack in my first year, 2 months in, and I had to start counseling after I had already crashed. And mind you, my grades were actually, my work in class was not so good because of that anxiety. And I was diagnosed with separation anxiety during that time, that I had to start doing counseling. And when I started doing counseling, I actually improved academically. And that showed me that, okay, my mental health was so off that my academics were suffering. So mental health is very important. Take care of your mental health. Take care of you first before you can continue to take care of every other person. And also breathe, rest. Take days where you're resting. I'm not saying rest when you have an exam coming up. Still, you can actually rest for 2 to 3 hours and walk around and get fresh air, rejuvenate yourself, then come back to study. If you need to go out on self dates, take yourself out. I used to do that in Limpopo, Turf. I used to go out on my own dates, go to Mall of the North by myself, have lunch, have dinner, go to the movies all by myself, take myself out, take care of me. If I wanted to do my manicure, I would go and do manicure. I used to take care of me, and that helped me because I was feeling rejuvenated and revived during the whole time, that I didn't feel the stress of school that much because I was always present. I filled my own cup before I could fill other people. So take care of yourself, take care of you, and then you will see. Self-care is very important when you're in a university because everything is happening around you so fast and all at the same time, and you are new to everything. So take care of yourself and don't overcommit yourself. I just want to wish you guys all the best. I wish you guys that God's grace be with you. Whatever decision that you take, may God be the one that is leading you to that decision. May you take a decision that is well informed, and may you get to be what God has created you to be. I think I have said everything that I needed to share. I said a mouthful. With that said, with love from me to you guys.